Oh yeah, you know what it is. It's the eye test debate, baby. Chef Curry, the babyface assassin, former back-to-back MVP. Russ Westbrook, Russ Bolt, current MVP. To me, 1A and 1B at their position. And no, I'm not talking about the conventional point guard. I'm talking about if you play point guard, I'm choosing up. Chef, Russ, extremists. When I talk about extremists, it's not your regular Chris Paul, your Mike Conley. Shout out to them. I love my conventional point guards. But we talk about irregular point guards at the position. You got a dominant force in Westbrook. You got a maestro, arson, assassin in Chef Curry. So without further ado, we're going to get it cracking. Shout out to GD Factory Clips. This is a fan favorite video. I did this for one of the fans. Shout out to my subscribers. Y'all doing y'all shit. I got a lot of great suggestions. So more shit coming up on the way. I got a lot of great eye tests coming up thanks to y'all. But without further ado, we're going to get into this one. Steph, Russ, who's the better scorer? Both these players elite scorers. Both these players, I believe, led the league in scoring before. Both these players can put up 50 right on your head. Who's the better scorer? Russell Westbrook is the more relentless, tireless scorer. If you niggas know about 2K badges, meaning he keeps going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and he attacks the rack so fearlessly that at some point it seems like this motherfucker don't run out of energy. So he's a fearless scorer. Steph Curry, skilled, great, authentic scorer. When I say authentic, it's of the nature in which I've never seen in my life. I've never seen somebody be so good off the dribble shooting. Like he can handle, cross your shit from 35 and still pull from 35. Things of that nature are scarcely seen. I mean, you talk about the T-Max and you talk about the Arenases, they've done it. But when you talk about on a regular basis and a vast majority of his buckets coming from that off the dribble shooting, it's something that we've never seen before. Now you got Russell Westbrook, straight line player who can get by anything. He's the bigger, stronger, faster player. It's no doubt to me who's more athletic, Russell Westbrook. But when you talk about skill, it's Chef Curry, and that entails to me the better scorer. I would never trust Steph to miss a shot. So that with that aspect alone, that gives a lot of leverage in regards to putting the ball in the hoop. His handles to me are more premium. Russell Westbrook, like I said, he got the straight line syndrome. He got the Bron syndrome, where he's going to use his athleticism to carry over and get in your chest and make a play, which is fine. But Steph Curry's more prone to do a wiggle, more prone to do a head fake, more prone to do some deception to get you up off him and get that little window of opportunity to bust your ass, as we've seen it so often. So scoring, I got Steph. Steph busts ass. And I feel like if he wasn't on the Warriors, he'd be more forceful. But I like the fact that he's not as forceful. That equates to another category, IQ. Who has the higher IQ? I feel like that goes to Steph Curry. Decision making, both of these players are wild. I will say that. Steph Curry does make risky ass passes, and he likes to always do flashy passes. I always reference 2K. He tap circle twice. He want to make it look good. Russell Westbrook has just been prone to making flashier passes and is actually becoming a very good passer as well. But he makes a lot of mistakes. He tries to thread the needle. If you guys watch his games, most of their games, the Thunder was just pick and roll all year. This is a different clip, but most of their games this year was just pick and roll, and it looks sort of like that. He's jamming it into the paint, or he's getting it there, so it looked like a dime, or he's getting to the rack. But always high in turnovers. I got IQ for Steph Curry. Basketball IQ, and then we have to face this reality, y'all. Some people have an upbringing different than others. Steph Curry's dad was in the league. Dale Curry, elite shooter. So when you think Steph touched the basketball, this would entail better skill. If you look at our highly skilled players in our history, Kyrie, Steph Curry, Kobe, their daddies were in the league. So practice make perfect, man. And these guys, you can see it in their training. Russell Westbrook is more the athletic freak. The nigga could play football if he want to. So, to me, that detracts him from skill and basketball IQ. But what does he have an advantage in? Athleticism, defense. Russell Westbrook is the better defender. Steph Curry got quick hands. I'll give him that. But everything else, he's at a disadvantage to most of his opponents. If you notice, the Warriors will try to mask him on a weaker player because, he's not the athlete. Steph Curry probably run like a 5 flat, slow. His IQ is there, his skill is there, so he knows where to be. He knows when to reach. He knows certain things, but his legs have never been there. He got his ankles broke twice off fucking regular moves. Eric Gordon hit him one time and somebody else hit that nigga. So defense, for obvious reasons, I got Russ Westbrook, and he's an off-ball terror, Russell Westbrook. So defense, I got Westbrook. Athleticism, I got Westbrook. Finishing at the rim, this one's close because one has touch, one has the skill, like I said, and one is the aggressor and is at your head. So for that reason, I got Westbrook for that right there. If he can go at a Cantor, at a Ibaka, at a Big, at a Draymond, you feel me? Effortlessly like that. That entails that power and that strength that's much needed in basketball sometimes. Steph Curry can't do that. Steph Curry needs to get around you and get a shot over you and do some crafty shit to probably play the glass. Ooh, like that. That's, oh my God. That's crafty as shit. But Steph Curry will have to do that when it comes to finishing at the rim. So I'll take Westbrook. He could put one right over your head, flush. It's close though because of the touch of Curry, and his finishing ability is great. Attacking the rim, I give to Westbrook. He's more prone to get there. Steph will get there too, but he's an outside scorer if you ask me. Rebounding. Steph's a cool rebounder, but this is obvious too. What athleticism entails are all these categories in which Westbrook is getting the advantage in, if you guys notice. If we go to skillful categories, I'm going to give it to Curry. If we go to athletic categories, I'm going to give it to Westbrook. Ain't no way I'm trusting Steph to get a rebound over Westbrook. Tenacity, intangibles. Westbrook has the mindset of a Mamba. He's not going to let his team go down. If so, he's going to go down striking. Whereas Steph Curry, not saying that he doesn't have somewhat of a killer instinct, but he's more prone to be passive in those type of moments. He's not really the aggressor. And we don't even really look for Curry to just, all right, it's Curry time. We know this Curry time in the fourth quarter. It can be anybody's time when it comes to the Warriors. When it comes to the Thunder, we know it's Westbrook time now. So I feel like his intensity, his clutch, and all that was able to be shown without Durant this year. So forcefully, I give him the intangibles. Skill set overall, you should know, I've been saying it the whole video, Curry, and I'm real heavy on skill. This is the eye test thing. When you talk about basketball and you talk about fundamentals and the know-how of the game, you have to respect skill. You have to respect somebody who can cross over, step back, up and under, back to the basket, dribble, around the back. Any move you call out, motherfucking can execute. So skill set, of course, Steph, and for that reason and his transcendental jumper. For those two reasons, his skill and his jumper that transcends the game. I've never seen a shooter of this magnitude, and I've seen the Ray Allens, I've seen the Reggie Millers. Reggie Miller was great off the screens, so was Ray Allen off the screens. Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were okay off the dribble. But this guy off the dribble is something we've never seen before. If you don't pick him up at full, it's a problem for you. So with that transcendentalism alone, Steph Curry is someone hard to go against. He's an anomaly. He's 1 in 100 million. I say Westbrook is like 1 in 10 million. Just for the fact I've seen Derrick Rose's, I've seen Baron Davis types, you know what I'm saying? Big, freakish point guards who do everything. I've never seen a Steph Curry before in my life. And I may not ever see one again. in regards to somebody who can pull from 35 and you're legit feared. You're fearful of his jumper. So from that aspect alone, I find it hard to, even though I can give Westbrook a lot of categories, I find it hard to give him the overall nod as a basketball player. Steph Curry is a pure basketball player. And as I said, you come from that lineage, you come from that family. Shit, if your father was a king, you gonna be a king. You next in line. Dale Curry had a motherfucking jumper. Steph Curry got the best one I've ever seen. So, overall, well, we missed a couple topics. Mid-range, I got Steph. Because we talking about shooting, I feel like that goes without saying. His mid-range and his three-ball, like, who do you trust more to make a shot? Yes, Westbrook has his patented pull-up, elevate at the elbow. And shit, that shit seems automatic at times, especially when a little fella is on him. When you talking about greats, these motherfuckers, they do it all. But I'd be a fucking fool if I gave mid-range to Westbrook. I don't trust Steph to miss nothing. And this year he slowed down. His MVP years, oh my God, I thought a robot was on the fucking court half the time. He was chef a couple years. He got back to chef this year. You feel me? He had to get back from that finals disappointment, but when chef is chef, man, it's hard to pick anybody over him. So you see where I'm going with my answer, man. I got Chef Curry overall. It's a lot of aspects you can give Westbrook: athleticism, rebounding, defense, tenacity, clutch to me. But just for skill set and the ability to shoot like I've never seen, I find it hard. To me, this is the best point guard in the league right now. I think it's his time. I think Russell Westbrook is the second best. Whoever third, I don't know, man. Y'all choose up. But I got Steph, man. If you got Westbrook, let me know why you got him. I want to know the reasoning. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The nigga could be one. But I got Chef. I'm picking Chef personally. It's your boy Dame. I test shit. Peace.